There you go. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome today to our University Prep ESL class. My name is Sabrina. I will be teaching today. We're looking at the Galapagos Islands, and I'm first going to start off with our welcome and attendance. So, is Katie Fuchs here?
Yes.
All right. That is everyone. Excellent. Okay, so as you can see, we're learning about the Galapagos Islands. What can you guys tell me about the Galapagos Islands? Katie, what do you think of when you think of Galapagos Islands? Birds. Yeah, that's a good one. Do you think of, if it's an island, what do you think an island is?
Surrounded by water.
Yeah, perfect. Surrounded by water. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to hand you out a worksheet here. This is your worksheet.
Yeah.
And so this worksheet is called What's That Sound? So I'm going to play a recording for you, and you're going to write down what animals you hear, what weather you hear, flora and fauna. Remember we chatted about flora and fauna the other day. Do you remember what flora and fauna is, Katie?
I could use a refresher.
Yeah? Okay. So flora and fauna is the native animal and plant species of an area. So often you can hear, if you hear big fanning leaves, often those are palm leaves. Or if you hear, just like water or crashing sounds, that kind of thing. So you're just going to write down what you hear. Okay, so I'm going to get that set up. All right. All right, so I just want you to write down what sounds you're hearing.
Like when I write water? Or check off those?
Yeah, so you write down like crashing waves. Use your verbs.
I love it.
There's musical instruments as well. What do you think those are? Write down what you're hearing. Perfect.
Our trip to the Galapagos Islands started in Quito, the capital of Ecuador.
Hang on. Wrong video, guys. Okay, now let's try this one. What do you think this is the sound of? Sounds like a dinosaur almost, doesn't it?
Crunching.
Yeah. Eating.
Seal.
All right, so we've now played the whole 8-minute video. Awesome.
See it?
Now, no, you don't get to see it. But what do you think you heard? So let's start at the top here. So animals. Katie, what animals did you hear in that recording? Birds?
Some type of bird.
Yeah. Birds?
Seals.
Seals. Good one.
I forget what I wrote down.
That's okay. Yeah, that's a great start. So animals, you heard birds and seals. That's great. What did you hear for weather? What kind of weather did you hear?
Wind.
Yeah, wind's a good one. Wind. Yep. What else? What kind of did you hear any water?
Yeah.
Was the water like ocean water? Was it like raining?
I don't know if it was raining. I think it was ocean.
Ocean? Okay. So I'm gonna put waves. I'll put in brackets ocean. Awesome. Okay, and flora and fauna. Did you hear any flora or fauna sounds? Did you hear any
leaves maybe?
Yeah. And do you think they were big leaves, or do you think they were small little plants or bushes?
Big.
Big leaves. Yeah, something like palm leaves. excellent. Okay, and any other observations? I know we heard a different sound at the beginning. Yeah, dinosaur sounds. Yeah, excellent. Dino sounds. That was crazy. And we heard a musical instrument as well.
Flute?
Yeah, a little pan flute. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, very good. Excellent. So the video, I'll bring it up here and show you. So you were listening to a couple sounds. I'll turn this down here. So you had a couple sounds. So there were ones like, there were penguins that you listened to. There was also crickets. That one was cool. There was like driving, as you're driving down the road to Tortuga Bay. It's a place in the Galapagos Islands. The blue-footed boobies are probably my favorite, actually, and I'll play that one for you again. Yeah, it is birds. Whoa. They're pretty funky, hey?
That's cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so now we are going to open up our textbooks to page 130. So you can open up your textbook for me. I'm going to find an eraser. Oh, right here.
I'm gonna get rid of this message thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome. So open up to page 130. Katie, can you read the first definition for us?
Diversity,
Diversity. And can you give us the definition there?
variety,
Yeah, diversity means variety.
range of different kinds. Semicolon, range of different kinds, yeah.
Awesome. Very good. Okay, and what's the next definition there?
Untouched,
Untouched. Untouched. And what does untouched mean?
not changed by humans.
Not changed. Perfect. Do you think there's any land out there in the world that is still untouched? Do you think there's any
Some islands?
Yeah, unexplored islands. Very
Is
good.
the Galapagos touched by humans?
Yes, the Galapagos is touched by humans, and we'll talk about that later in the lesson. Very good. What is the next definition there?
Extinct.
Extinct. Can you spell that for me?
E-X-T-I-N-C-T.
Excellent. Okay,
No
and
longer existing.
no longer existing. Perfect. Okay, and give me the last definition there.
Lack.
Lack. L-A-C-K. Can everyone repeat that after me?
L-A-C-K.
Awesome. And what's the definition for that?
Absence of something needed or desired.
Okay, so an absence. Absence of something. Excellent. Do you think extinct and lack could be synonyms? Do you remember what a synonym is, class? Katie?
No.
Okay, a synonym is a word that is similar in meaning but not exactly the same. So extinct means to no longer exist, and lack is the absence of something. So you can say when something is extinct, the world is lacking it. Does that make sense? Yeah, excellent. All right, any questions about those vocabulary words? No, I think you guys got it. That's great. Okay, so our next activity is listening for examples. So on page 131 there in your book, Should be, yeah, this page. Katie, can you tell me what the birds are on the page there?
They're blue-footed boobies.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and we just listened to them, right? That was pretty cool. Okay, so, I'm gonna erase this again. So much erasing today.
Oh, it does come off nice.
Okay, so you guys, you remember we do this pretty often in our class. We do our KWL charts. Oh, this marker's squeaky today, hey? Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do a KWL on this chapter. So Katie, what do you know about the Galapagos Islands? Remind me again. You said you knew
There's animals.
animals. Yeah, and because it was an island, what did we say islands were?
Surrounded by water.
Yeah. Ooh, I did not spell surrounded right. The English teacher that can't spell. Oh, you know. All right, surrounded by water. Yeah, awesome. And what are some things we want to know about the Galapagos Islands, do you think?
If it's untouched. by
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah. That's a really good one. Is it untouched? Ah, very good. And what's another one? We can ask, like, what kinds of animals live on the Galapagos Islands? Awesome. What kinds of animals live there? Very good. So take a moment and write this down in your journals because I will be taking in your KWL charts for homework. Excellent. All right. So now that you've written those down, we're going to move on to section A here. So Katie, can you read section A for us?
In his interview, Reggie gives an example to explain each of the statements below. As you listen, circle the phrase he uses to introduce each example.
Excellent. So I'm going to play an interview for you now, and you are going to listen for these words. So there's different words like for example, for instance, like, and such as. So you're going to listen to see which transition phrase he uses there. And we're going to play the interview twice. So you can listen the first time, and then you can write it down the second time. Awesome. So we've now listened to the interview twice. All right. So now that we've listened to the interviews twice, let's come back. We've already done section B as well, which is matching the first side with the second side. So now that we've done all of our page 131, what did we learn about the Galapagos Islands?
There's also red-footed boobies.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Red-footed boobies? Yeah, excellent. So there's two different kinds of birds with two different colors of feet, which is pretty cool. All right. Anything else that we learned about the Galapagos Islands?
That after Reggie was there for 20 minutes, he already saw sea lions.
Yeah.
So that means there's probably lots.
Yeah. So what is the word we used for lots? We learned a word the other day. It started with an A. It's
Abundance?
abundance. Yeah, very good. Yeah, my word.
I like your creativity.
Pardon?
I like your creativity.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, abundance. Excellent. Abundance of animals. Perfect.
Of sea lions.
Yes. Oh, very good.
Specific.
Good on you, Katie. Using details. I'm so proud. Abundance of
Sea lions.
sea lions. Yeah. And let's do one more thing we learned. one more thing.
There used to be 13 subspecies of Galapagos giant tortoises. Didn't know there's tortoises. But now 2 are extinct. So there's now only 11 subspecies.
Definitely. Awesome. Only 11 tortoises.
Yeah, well, kind of.
Left. Excellent. Actually, Katie, can you spell tortoises for us?
Sure. It is Tortoises. Tortoises. So OISES.
O-I-S-E-S.
Yeah. Like noise. Yes. Yep.
Perfect. All right, let's spell tortoises out together. And so it's Tortoisos. Excellent. You guys are great. You're catching on. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do is I'm going to play a short clip for you guys from Planet Earth. And so has anyone ever watched like Disney Nature or Planet Earth? I know there was recently one that came out about China. It was about the monkeys and pandas and stuff like that. Has anyone seen that one? No? Okay. Well, Planet Earth does a lot of different shows about places around the world and different animals. And I found one about the Galapagos. So we are going to watch that one. And I want you guys to think about what vocabulary words you heard from this chapter. So remember on our page 130, we talked about diversity and we talked about untouched and lack and extinct. So be sure to listen for those words, and I want you to write them out on your page right now, and I want you to tally how many times you hear those words in our video. Okay? Awesome. So I'm gonna play that for you. It's already started a little bit.
From there, we flew 600 miles to the Galapagos Islands, boarding our boat at San Cristobal Island, home to a large colony of sea lions.
So sea lions,
Next,
like we talked about
we journeyed
earlier.
to Jacinto, formed from a collapsed volcano, to photograph nesting frigate birds, boobies, and other seabirds.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
From
Red
there,
boobies and blue
we
boobies.
sailed to Fernandina, the youngest and most active volcano in the archipelago.
And there's lots
to
of
see the
volcanoes on the
flightless
Galapagos,
fauna
right?
and marine iguana. Next stop was Santiago, where we had the chance to explore the many tide pools that are home to several species of herring, oyster catchers, and iguanas. Santa Cruz, the oldest of the islands, provides us with a chance to see the Galapagos penguin and the famous giant tortoise.
Penguins and
The last island we
tortoises, just
visited
like Katie
was
mentioned.
Hispaniola, where we photographed the famous blowhole and had a chance to get up close with a huge waved albatross. The entire trip lasted 10 days.
Excellent. Okay, so we've now watched the whole video. I hope you learned a lot. All right, so the last game that we're gonna do is called Plickers. And for you guys watching, I'm just gonna explain Plickers because I don't know if you use them, but they're actually pretty cool. So what Plickers is you usually will print out a class set and it's online. I do believe I had one. Anyways, it's like a code. So you give each student like a code, like a barcode scanner, and you match their name up with their code online. And then you have a list of questions. And then so it's all explained online, but it's pretty cool. And so what you do is you have the app on your phone and you'll scan your class's answers. And they answer, usually used for review or pre-assessment, that kind of thing. So I'll just pull up the questions that I had made. So our Plicker questions were: diversity means A, specific kinds of animals, B, different kinds of plants and animals, C, too many kinds, or D, ecosystem. And what you can also do with this activity is you can turn off the projector, and you can just verbally say the answers. And so students are having to really turn on their listening skills and be able to understand and remember what you're speaking to them. So in a nutshell, that was my lesson. So thanks for watching.